Okay, so we finally have an update on the Azur Promilia kind of, game. We haven't heard about this in a while, and we've gotten another trailer called Set Sail Towards the Blue Beyond. So it seems like we might actually get an announcement on when this is going to be released, and I'm very excited for this game. The mechanics of it looked very, very nice. So let's just take a look and see what they have to offer here. It's 2 minutes long, so let's get into it. Okay. Oh my god, holy companies. Oh, okay. We're back looking at this. Bro, the world is so nice, it's so polished. Okay, some of the characters there. Obviously, we've already had a previous trailer. Oh my god. Bro, that's crazy. Okay, that's a crazy character design. Oh, yo, okay. This looks much more polished off than I remember. The boss looks really sick as well. Okay. We got the little Pokemon things as well, which are cool. Yo. Okay, this is some pretty interesting designs in terms of like combat. Okay. Oh god, here we go. It's the Pokemon aspect. Yo, that's sick. Honestly, I think it's going to be something a little bit different. Okay, so yeah, you can use them to help you out in the farms and stuff. I think that's going to be a really cool mechanic. Oh my god. They're going to show us any new characters? So I think we see most of these. It's cool. Oh, this could be so much fun. Oh my days. Ooh. Okay. Oh, we got a parry system. This is so much like Wuthering Waves. What? That kind of circle thing reminded me of Wuthering Waves so much. That's cool. I like that. That's a good thing to take. Character ults look cool. Oh my god. Yo. Oh yeah. Okay, well that was it. That was the entire trailer. Obviously, I don't think we saw much new stuff there. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there wasn't much that we haven't seen from the previous trailers that they released. It does look a lot more polished. The area looks so much nicer. I mean, just look at this overall background here. It looks amazing. They've got the flying kind of stuff as well. The flying, I guess, like Pokemon powers, whatever you want to call them, which I think is going to be a very interesting part to the game. Obviously, as we've seen with Wuthering Waves, flying really helps out of exploration, really helps out keeping the kind of, player engaged, because again, it's a really, really fun mechanic. Now, obviously, yeah, I'm probably going to be playing this game whenever it comes out. I'm definitely excited to make some content on it because it does look like a very interesting game. Now, I'm really hoping that they can expand on the overall, I guess, farming systems that they had here, because again, obviously there's like a couple things like, plants and then a couple of like furnaces and stuff like that. But apart from that, that's about it. So I'm wondering if there's any other kind of things that you can kind of incorporate into your kind of world or your base or whatever. Because again, if this is the extent of how much kind of farming and stuff you can do with them, I feel like that is a little bit lacking. But again, we'll have to wait and see what the main kind of stuff you can do in the game is. And hopefully we will get a beta soon. I mean, they haven't actually announced anything, I don't think, unless they maybe put it in somewhere in the description. I mean, yeah, you can pre-register for it now. So again, that's great. But you've always been able to pre-register for it, I think. Obviously, people are saying this makes me feel nostalgic, even though I haven't even played it. But again, it does look really, really good. And I feel like the character designs, everything like that looks very, very polished. I feel like this is one of these games that is going to be very polished and that is going to have this kind of quality control, which some games don't have. Because obviously, we've had a lot of gacha games coming out recently, but some of them don't have that quality. Some of them don't have what it takes to kind of keep it up. and, you know, keep going, because the graphics aren't that good. Whereas in this game, it seems like they're doing pretty decently, you know? Obviously, a lot of the combat kind of mechanics look really great as well. I really love the fact that they added the parry system and that they've added some other things as well. You can see there's like different effects like drown. So they've added some kind of like elemental effects to this game as well. So it looks very interesting. Obviously, the characters look absolutely amazing as well. Some of these kind of ultimates, for example, this looks absolutely sick. I feel like, you know, these could have a very big impact on the Gacha community as a whole, you know, later on. But hopefully we will see more information come out on when this is actually coming out, because they've only released a trailer. They haven't really mentioned when a release date is going to be. Maybe they have somewhere else on their Twitter, so if you guys can like find it, let me know in the comments, because that'd be very, very nice. But yeah, overall, I'm very, very excited. I mean, you know, as well as like, you know, if you look at the kind of close up parts of the world, the actual kind of, you know, background itself looks very high quality too. And again, I hate to keep bringing it up, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Wuthering Waves in terms of how detailed it is. Now, obviously the character designs are a little bit different. They've gone more for the kind of, you know, Azur style. You know, they fit in with that kind of Manju kind of style of things. But in terms of the overall world, I feel like it's a little bit of a mix between Genshin and Wuthering Waves, which again, I think is actually quite a nice mix in terms of like cartooniness and just normal kind of like, I guess, like detailed graphics. I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, it seems like there's a lot of really cool stuff in here that could be very interesting to the game, and they kind of tease a little bit of what the story is going to, you know, happen. Obviously, this is in Japanese, so I didn't really understand what exactly the plot we're going to be facing is. But, you know, it's going to be very exciting to see, you know, what more we can see from this. Because, again, as I said, it didn't really show us a whole lot of what is going on. I mean, they showed us more of the mechanics that they've already, you know, given us. But I think it's just more of a case we're going to have to wait for the beta to come out to see if this is really going to be a great game or if this is just going to be another flop. But it looks like from a lot of this trailer stuff, it looks very high quality, which is one of the main things I look for in a gacha game. Does the game actually run well? Does it have good systems? Does it have some good entertaining stuff just to do in the game? And so far, it does look like that is the case. And hopefully they will kind of, you know, double down on that in the future and just kind of improve the quality overall. Because I think that is something that we are lacking, is a good quality game. And I hope that with the story as well, they don't go too, I guess, child friendly. Because, you know, obviously, like the game itself, I don't think I would say is child friendly, but like, for example, like the Genshin story, I don't want it to go down that route where it's kind of just like, oh, you know, it's just a little bit of a boring story. I wish like they do go a little bit down that darker route. Obviously, the kind of design of the game doesn't suggest that, but I feel like maybe they could implement some kind of really good storytelling into this if they wanted to. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the entire plot of the game is like as well. But yeah, pretty much, you know, that is Azur Promilia as a whole. I'm very excited for it to come out. Obviously, I've made a couple of videos on this in the past on my main channel. But obviously, yeah, I think that this is going to be a good game that is going to definitely take over whenever they do plan for this to come out in the future. And hopefully we do get a beta announcement soon so that players can actually go ahead and try it out. And that, you know, I can go ahead and try it out and kind of report back and give you guys some feedback on what is going on as a whole. But yeah, that was the Azur Promilia trailer, sorry. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.